automatically always giving them the answer. Sharing table will be coming to, oh wait, for the Learn Eureka, Parent Night is in April. So we'll have, when that, more information will come on that.
The Tech Talk Parent Night or
So
from the school?
that'll be separate.
Okay,
And I just did a tech talk tonight
okay.
for parent resources, which I'll talk about. Number 5, the sharing table is coming to the lunchroom.
Yay!
Yes, so apparently there were a lot of guidelines last year. And one staff member is like assigned to the table and has to watch the table. That's not realistic. However, they kind of lifted those guidelines, so she's able to implement it. On Monday after break, it will be implemented, but the key is only wrapped school lunch food can be placed on the table. So it can't be anything other than that. So like extra sandwiches, string cheese, milk, and there'll be like an ice bucket where kids will be able to place it.
And that goes after whatever is left over at the end
Whatever
of the day?
they don't want to eat, and if there's a kiddo that's still hungry, they can say, can I go grab something off the...
But it can't leave our school?
Right.
Okay.
It's not for community donation.
There's nothing we
it's
can do
only
about
for the
that?
lunchroom.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
And you said school lunch items, so is it only?
So it can't be something that they bring from home, correct. It has to be school lunch items. So if they get a sandwich pack from the cafeteria, but they don't eat the Uncrustable, the Uncrustable can then be placed on the sharing table.
So like my kiddo who would bring like a little bag of Lay's potato chips couldn't leave it on the table.
No, it has to be school. That was one of the things that they were very specific about. It must be school, and that's just for the safety of the kids.
Who comes up, is this through PV school district that comes up
The
with guidelines?
sharing table, I don't think is run through PV. I think it's run through another organization, but again, that's another question I'll have to check
Okay.
on.
Yeah, since that's just, that one's just within the school, there's a whole other one that they're trying to
The
get
other one
going.
that's separate, I know is a lot more guideline
Sandpiper,
regulated.
right?
Sandpiper
Yes.
started that,
Yeah.
and that's where the food actually gets donated to, like
Shelters
shelters.
and
Yeah, like
Maybe
that.
This might be a great starting point.
But then
for
that's,
Drew.
I think that's the
Definitely.
purpose of it. It's a starting point to see how much.
Right, because if we
Yeah.
don't have a ton of school lunches being purchased, like you have to look at those numbers to see whether
Is
it's
it worth it? Yeah,
the effort
Right.
to.
yeah.
No, I agree.
So then what happens at the end of the cafeteria, the lunch is what,
So then the next grade level would come in.
but what happens at the end when it's all?
It's all goes in the garbage, whatever
Just throw it away.
paper is thrown away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Where-
But we might feed a few hungry kids.
Well, there could be
here.
there are some kids that are still hungry.
Yep.
No, for sure.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and I know many of the 6th graders don't like to eat cafeteria lunch, so that might be a good option for them.
Yeah.
That's all from the principal notes. I have 2 things for, one is the tech talk. So I emailed it to Amy, which she'll send out to staff or not staff, to the community, and Christy Sage.
Yes.
I emailed it to her to post to the Facebook. So we did reach out to staff. I collected important websites for each grade level that they felt were what they utilized the most. And so I have 2 sections on the website. One is just our general websites that are used in classroom, and then the second piece will evolve as teachers either have designated content that they want on there or their personal websites. But it's now in one central location, so look for that tech talk. It will walk you through specifically on what to do. It also encourages you to download the Chrome browser if you haven't already, because that's the most PV friendly. And then second, student council, 2 things. We are going to order a buddy bench for the school. And the kiddos we're gonna, probably the last student council meeting, we will kind of vote on a saying that they'd like to leave. I was thinking like, you've got a friend in me, but that's just me, even though they'll probably like it because it's Allison and I. And then we are still ordering the mascot. So next year we'll have a mascot.
Cool. Good
Is
for you
that
guys.
the mascot, like an actual
A bobcat.
costume
Mhm.
to show for someone?
So a 6th grader, essentially what I'm hoping is it's one of our EQ ambassadors. That will just be in addition to either it's student council or EQ related, but yes, so we'll have a mascot that will be present at assemblies, and hopefully we can do like 1 a quarter, so there'll be a new student each quarter.
Are you still going forward with that happening?
So I emailed Brandy. I was finally nailed her down on 3 dates, so I submitted the 3 dates. She did have a couple questions in regards to, is the DJ definitely free?
Definitely free.
Okay,
He's
so
one of our parents.
Did he decide on a date which works best for him?
Not yet because I haven't given them to him.
Okay, perfect. And it's all good. It's a chain.
Right, but once he does, yeah.
But yes, so I chatted with her about the DJ being free. So we were hoping maybe we could give him like a gift card, maybe from, if PTO could get him a gift card just for his time. That was something Amy and I talked about. And then I am gonna arrange for food trucks to be out in the parking lot. I'm thinking outside of where you would normally enter through like Bobcat. But I'll have him in that parking lot. We're gonna make a photo booth where you could use your cell phone, so we're not gonna have to rent anything. We're gonna make it with props. And then obviously we'll have a dance, and I'm hoping to get some disco lighting and things like that, and I was gonna have it's 80s themed, so we'll do like glow, neon, decoration, and then you're more than welcome if you wanna do your snack bar that you guys normally do, but I feel like with the food trucks that it's just an extra piece. Now, the only thing that Amy and I haven't talked about either is the seating for people. If there's food trucks, where are they gonna sit? So that was one of the things I thought about. I don't know if we're allowed to take the cafeteria tables and line them outside of I was thinking that walkway, we could just line it. But I don't know.
Could we put tables up on the stage?
Probably not. But the perimeter, you could do where the middle's still the dance floor, and because they're like.
That would be a good idea.
So it could be on the.
I just wanted to make sure that people have an actual place to like sit in.
Yeah.
So are you expecting the kiddos to buy food from food trucks?
Or-
No, I'm trying to make it more of a family or community
Oh,
feel.
okay.
So ultimately, what prompted this was obviously you guys had asked Duco if they could do it, but we also had 6th graders that were like, we love the sock hop. Why are we not doing the sock hop this year? And so when Coppola and I got together, I was just like, why don't we choose a decade and make it, we've done the sock hop, let's choose a different decade. And since I'm an 80s baby, right on the cusp of that 70s, 80s. But that's what's fun, and so we wanted to expose them to that. So that's what we're thinking. Yeah,
Is this a school-wide dance?
it is.
Okay.
It's not just limited to 6th grade. Just like the normal sock hop, it'd be the same.
So parents are encouraged to come and.
Yeah,
and show the
our focus was
Yeah.
for this was more of a celebratory for the end of the year for families in the community. That's kind of what my
And student
focus is
council's
going.
putting it out.
We're essentially putting it on and sponsoring it. Really, it's going to be Allison and I putting it together.
And is it free for the kids?
So
to
that's another
participate?
thing. I put in question mark to Amy, should we have like a cover charge to just cover any additional, like even if it's $1 or $2? So I'm still waiting to hear back from her on that. But if I could make it free, that's my ultimate goal, because I'm trying to do stuff that does not cost money. Other
I mean,
than,
yeah, definitely probably free.
so, okay.
Would be our.
Because we would only be covering like decorations and stuff. Is
Decorations, and if I got the food trucks, I was thinking 3 or 4 food trucks, and then a snack bar. Our photo booth is self-created, so we're not paying an outside vendor. And then the dance floor. So
I mean,
really, it's just decorations in the,
Instead of charging families, we could probably just have PTO vote to cover the.
decorations in the photo booth. I figure most of it can come from Oriental Trading anyways. Or Party City.
For sure.
And I think if you've got food trucks, then people are already going to factor that expense
That's what I
into
think
it.
so too. That's why
as opposed
ultimately
to-
I wanted it to be free. Now, if we were providing pizza or soda, we could say like $1, $2
Right.
entry,
Sure,
and then
sure.
food's included.
Right.
So, but I was just thinking the food trucks is just such before we came here, we used to live by Desert Trails, and Kaylee was at Desert Trails. And that was one of the things they did, is they did food trucks for their families at the end, and they did bouncing houses and stuff, but I felt like, why can't we do that? So,
Yeah.
Have we ever had like, I haven't been to all the sock hops, but how many people show up?
So many.
It's a good crowd. It's honestly kind of more of the younger kids, more so than the 5th, 6th graders, but we still get some.
yeah, you still get some 5th and 6th graders. I mean, last year, the
Girls,
They did the limbo.
girls we did, and we did like a big circle, and it was fun. I mean, I'm hoping to, with having the food trucks and maybe making it more of like a family night, that will get a little bit
photo booth, I think will also bring in.
If, so if it's not a drop-in where parents are asked to stay with their kids,
Right,
can we also open up the the field?
that I'll have to ask you about, if she wants to have that
I was
open.
gonna say, cause then you have.
Because
second
then that's two
liability.
people monitoring, so one like there'd have to be people in the field, and there'd have to be people in there. And I do want families there, but it's also, I was thinking time is 6:30, so what, it probably starts getting dark around 7:30. So, but I mean, I'm open to suggestions, like it's not set in stone yet, the only thing